Where's... Oh, there's my controller.
Hello.
Hello. How's you doing?
I am doing good.
Cool.
Though just having a bit of a laugh as I'm doing my daily tea kettle hunting. Someone like, you know, a bunch of, because obviously American server, a bunch of Americans being like you guys have had too much candy tonight, and I'm 2 p.m. and they're like, you know, there is such thing as time zones, and another person's like, it's 1 p.m. And of course they started talking about daylight savings, and I'm just like, cries and trying to organize TTRPGs with people from around the world.
Well, at least that'll finally be frickin' syncing up in the next few days.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, that's kind of the thing about those. On one hand, it's kind of cool to be able to say, hey, I'm able to organize a thing that gets people from several different, you know, countries and even continents together to do a thing. It requires a pain in the ass to do, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking about organizing our Pathfinder.
Oh. Yeah, I know, right? Ain't technology wonderful?
Yeah, except for, you know, daylight savings ruins that.
Oh yeah! I'm still annoyed that I have to wake up at 6 in the morning. I'm gonna kill you one day.
Why me?
Did I say you? I meant to say my clock. Yeah, I'm gonna kill some
I mean,
time.
you know, you can always just not. I ain't forcing you to play.
But how am I gonna get my dopamine?
I mean, it's especially difficult when like trying to talk to Conrad sometimes. Like, there's been a lot of times when it's like he's wanted to talk to me, and I'm like, this is like the time when I'm always like busy with other things.
Yep. Ain't that a bitch?
Oh, by the way, there is something I learned recently.
Yes?
So on Discord, where your name is, how you can click on it and copy, your Discord ID.
Yeah?
Click on it, wait for the copied to go away, then immediately click it again. And do that a couple of times.
Double copy.
Keep doing it.
Triple copy. Dominating. Rampage. Mega copy. Unstoppable. Wicked sick. Monster copy. Godlike!
Yeah.
Godlike! Okay, that's actually pretty cool. Not gonna lie.
I was like, when I found that out, I was like, I can't believe they did this.
They didn't have to do it, but I'm glad they did. It's like with Alexa or Cortana, where if you say certain phrases, it'll trigger like an Easter egg. Like,
Yeah.
tell Alexa to open the pod bay doors.
Yeah,
I love shit like that.
yeah. There was another one that I heard about. There is like a 1 in 1,000 chance of a rare ringtone. So I decided to have a look that up, and it's like this really cool jazzy version of the ringtone.
Also, guys, please tell me you can see the stream running.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can.
Okay.
Just you don't have a camera up, so.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm just wondering what everyone's reaction to be to, you know, the freaking prince on the ghostly steed would be like.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I know walking around with Pokemon is kind of normal, but that ain't a normal Pokemon.
It's like, it's the King of Bountiful Harvest. How about that?
Yeah, that's about the reaction I would expect from these people.
I mean, there was that time when there was a Mega Evolution on the bus and nobody bagged an eye.
It wasn't a Mega Revolution, it was just, yeah.
That's freaking legendary. Yeah, that's normal.
Yeah, but I mean, at least, like, I would say, you know, it's Diancie, which is mythical, which, you know, not many people are going to exactly know mythical Pokemon.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I don't like the way she's vibrating.
Yeah, she's just really getting into Cookie Clicker.
The Iron Will... Oh! Yeah, I never actually did this. Is this supposed to be the,
I think it's the Musketeer Trio.
Yeah. It's the Iron Will, yeah, that's, the Grumpy Cat looking one, isn't it?
And I think it's the blue one. I think?
Right.
Remember. That one's... That's a trio that I'm like, The only one I really know... I only know they're based on the Musketeers, and that's it.
Yeah, it's, what is it? Verizian...
Yeah, Verizian's the green one.
Yeah, the brown one, which I always, I don't know, it just reminds me of Grumpy Cat.
Okay, yeah, I can kind of see that. So, speaking of seeing, see any good costumes other than a bunch of Spider-Men?
I mean, I wouldn't say there's anything that really particularly stood out. I mean, it's, you know, just kids having fun. And of course, there's a lot of what you'd expect. You know, there's, you know, various other kinds of superheroes, policemen, football players, princesses, unicorns. There's actually one unicorn who got, like, a little hoof thingy over her hands, which I thought was neat.
Yeah, go the extra mile.
You know, that makes me think, right? So it's like, again, when it comes to Ruby, who kind of embodies the idea of Halloween, she would be absolutely disappointed in all the kind of popular costumes. Like, princesses aren't scary!
Oh yeah? Oh yeah? You wanna know what's scary? Me telling Daddy to bulldoze all your land and take it over because you're all serfs.
I mean, this is Ruby we're talking about here. That.
Oh, if you're gonna act like that, pulls out a giant axe. Time to behead the princess. Oh wait, no, sorry. Time for regicide.
Yeah. I could actually see Ruby doing that.
And this is all without missing a beat. I enjoy me some good Halloween. Time when cosplaying is you get free candy. And of course,
What was-
Halloween stuff.
Ah, there he is.
Oh, just... Alright.
Just out here in the
know-
middle of the nowhere enjoying his solitude, and we come and ruin it.
Yeah, I imagine
You know-
like looking at the prince like, oh, it's you again.
There is something about Cobalion. Can never again the
I think
Swords of Justice are like the most forgettable of the legendaries, but there's something about Cobalion that just makes me think of like I guess kind of Sentai. Like,
I suppose
could imagine
I suppose it makes
a
sense
Power
because it like of the various trios that we've had over the years, they feel the most like a team that would actually come together and unite.
Yeah, but just like the design, I could imagine that sort of being like a green Power Ranger with like the horns kind of not being as long, but still kind of being on the top of the helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I can kind of see where you're coming at. Though I do imagine, took one look at the front and he's like, again, what do you want?
You're not riding me! I'm not your stupid horse!
Maybe that's why they're trying to. Maybe that's why they attack you. It took one look and it's like, oh no, not you again.
It's like. So, there's actually a cool thing. I was actually watching Loxton the other day, who had just released a video about Spectrier and Glastrier.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the theories is that Glastrier and Spectrier were both born from a Galarian Rapidash that died in the cold.
Mm-hmm.
So you have the frozen body, and then you have the ghost. Yeah.
Which is an interesting thing. It's like we have had kind of similar things. Like the whole spiel with the Tao trio is that, you know, there's the two aspects that were born of it and the shell that was left behind.
Yeah.
The first time a Pokemon died to become a legendary Pokemon, this was a legendary dog.
Yeah, but like, there's actually a lot of like. There is a lot of stuff. Like, I definitely recommend watching that video because it actually kind of shows that all the legends in Galar are kind of based on constellations.
I might have to give that a rewatch because I think that was one of those videos. Like I did watch it, but I think I kind of passively watched it while I was doing something else.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, like a lot of design influence and even like the story of how like you know, this great Gaelic king created a braid or created the reins out of the hair of a horse to control it and whatnot. So it's like a lot of good inspiration, but if you notice with Spectrier, the hooves are actually backwards.
I had that was a detail I had not noticed.
Which is something Selkie have.
Oh! Oh, good. Alright, what do you want me to... Ah, crap, you want me to fight a horse. Well, alright. Ah, you're just trying to catch it. Well, I guess we'll try and endure.
Frick!
Oh, that was so damn close.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah, I know that feeling. I feel weird about that as well. Oh no, I got performance anxiety. I think you need to try and make some heavy balls. Pokemon do tend to be pretty heavy.
This is true.
That or maybe go with some dust balls because you are playing it.
And maybe I should give a Dusk Ball a throw.
I'd say the best are probably timer balls.
Yeah, timer balls definitely.
That you can buy them, but you have. I'm not sure if you can buy them every day because they randomly appear in the list of the what traders.
Yeah.
Well, let's go see.
And yeah, they only really come into effect. I think it's after 20. It's either 10 or 20 rounds is when they're at their full effectiveness.
I think I remember hearing 10 was the big multiplier.
still pretty damn useful.
Yeah.
Just go in the stupid ball.
Get in the box. Get in the bag. Or get in the ball.
Of course.
Oh, that would have been hilarious. And why does it keep sword dancing? Is it mocking us?
Reminds me of a video, an animation that and was it NCH did for Monster Hunter.
You're going to have to be a little specific because we've done.
Yeah, I know.
Speaking of animation, I think I could try and watch the first episode of Guardian.
Conrad!
That is such a Conrad thing to do.
Be freaking awesome.
Yeah, hi Guardian Spice. Yeah, even that stuff out of context shows us how bad it is. Dull characters, dull plot. Oh, and half the voice actors probably literally phoning it in. Like, it feels like they just took a theater and like, here's $20, read this out. Here's what else that really annoys me. Crunchyroll is going, oh yeah, this is our original anime. Okay, you could argue that Avatar Last Airbender is anime. Now, High Guardian Spice looks just like a Western cartoon. I don't care how you argue. That ain't anime.
Oh man! Oh no! We're entering a time warp.
Time warp again.
Like I don't know what's happening, you guys. It's like the last few minutes didn't even happen.
It's those ultra wormholes, yeah.
Yeah.
Space is warp and time is bendable. Actually, in an ultra wormhole, it probably is.
I mean, there's the whole thing of how space and time are linked thingos, so...
Actually, here's a thought. What if the distortion world is just part of an ultra wormhole, or at least...
The implication, as I understand it, is that the distortion world is its own thing that's like... It is basically Giratina's dimension. Like, he is the only thing that resides there.
It is both his home and his cave.
Yeah, so this is actually something I'm going to be writing up, but so for the Ars Academy, Ars, what do I call it? Academy Ars Synergia, the Art of Synergy. So for that campaign, I'm actually basically reworking Giratina. So I'm following close to what Giratina's origin is supposed to be, but basically making her, and yes, I'm gonna stick with Giratina being her.
Yeah. You do you, man. You do you.
But yeah, making Giratina essentially Hades and the distortion world. I'm just renaming it to basically be the underworld.
Alright.
Yeah.
And Yveltal is basically the god of death that has been imprisoned in there. So
Like, yeah, I can just imagine the European is like, alright, ready to come out? I will slaughter everything! I'll check again tomorrow. It just floats away.
because yeah, I think like I know that like the way it Pokedex enters and that like Giratina is kind of set up to be essentially in it depends on how you read it. Sometimes it's like, oh, the Beast of Revelations, the Beast of Apocalypse, basically. But then it's like, yeah, but also just the fallen angel, or
Yeah, like, its type is called the Renegade Pokemon, and when you consider that
Yeah.
in relation to, like, Arceus and all that, that has kind of, you know, Satan-y kind of vibes.
Yeah,
yeah,
when you really get down to it, Lucifer is more of a tragic figure than an outright villain. But if you really want to get honest, and not even counting the whole flood thing, God has a bigger kill count.
I mean, it really depends on which interpretation. It's like, the Christian interpretation is that, yes, Satan is a dick, but then it's like, you look at, like, the Gnostic interpretation, and it's like, well, actually, God's a dick, and Satan was just trying to free people.
Yeah.
I go with tragic figure of an
Yeah.
angel who wanted to be God and human, and flew too close to
The-
that standing.
The interpretation I like to think of that I think is kind of some of what you see from looking at it is that Lucifer is meant to be God's bug tester. Like, okay, this human is broken. He just constantly lusts after shit. He keeps freaking coveting other people's stuff.
Probably shouldn't be stuck in.
It's like, hey, God, I bet if you stopped giving this guy good stuff, he wouldn't be worshipping you. Oh yeah, I'll show you. Here. I just ruined everything and he still loves me. Wow.
Lucifer's just like, huh, into that coming, and just passes God 20 bucks, like I said, 20 bucks on that one. Actually,
So, yeah.
the interpretation is that God gave Lucifer what he wanted. Lucifer wanted to be a ruler of a domain, and ironically, he did become it.
Yeah, and it still reminds me of, I've said this before, I think it was, Nerdcube that, like, did this, sort of skit thing where he was voicing, like, different characters using a 3D character. Sort of before VTubers became a thing, there was a program that allowed you to do that with 3D models.
Yeah, like face ring.
Yeah, face rig, yeah. And one of them was Satan, so he's just like, look, I'm just gonna say it now, but like, if you think of it this way, I am the one keeping the bad people in hell. Therefore, I'm not the bad guy.
Yeah, pretty much. That's why I go with the whole interpretation that God both punished but gave him what he wanted. He did the whole I work in mysterious ways and actually gave him a purpose and, well, granted his wish.
And well, the thing is,
So,
like,
yeah.
that's just one interpretation I think that just came about because of Paradise Lost.
Yeah.
Well, I also thought about that because of South Park's interpretation of Satan is always delightful.
God. South Park Satan is such a... it's kind of a wholesome character.
I know, he's just like, look, I'm trying to do my job, I just want to find love. He's kind of like you and me!
Or, what is it? He bloody teaches Stan, sex ed or whatever it was.
No. Stan got addicted to, like,
Ah, that's right, yeah.
games, and then Satan actually explains, okay, the reason why you're into this is because of the whole dopamine thing, and because all the dopamine they want, because as we're so modern, they get too much and they become addicted, and just like your father, who's also addicted to alcohol, and it's like, oh yeah, thank you, and then he's like, so where'd you get that? It's like, oh, wait a minute, I gotta check out those. Like, we don't do this shit. The guy who made the game is like, no, we don't do this.
But yeah. So yeah, that's why Giratina in this is going to be more along the lines of Hades.
Not exactly the most loved, but most people hold faith. They're like, doing their job.
It's like, welcome to the Distortion Dimension. We've been trying to rebrand. Here, have this T-shirt, kids. Why does it say Hiffle?
Because we're being sponsored by Toei.
Oh, and of course, bloody
Bandai.
God. Now I just imagine a frickin' what is it? A throw and
Sock.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they're German.
Yeah.
I don't know why I love the idea of those demons just being German. It's funny. Also, I'm glad Team 4-Star is still occasionally doing shorts with the characters, because my god, their interpretations are so much better than the original. Though, I'd attribute that mostly to hindsight and the fact they are writing around the frame, whereas, well, let's be honest, Toriyama was writing by the seat of his pants.
Yeah, well, especially in, like, we've talked about it before, the Cell Saga was kind of
Oh man, that...
off the cuff.
Oh yeah, and mostly because he kept listening to his editor.
Yeah.
Now, granted, he did get a pretty kick-ass villain.
Yeah, like, I would say out of all of the Z villains, Cell always comes to mind as the most notable.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe...
See,
at least Perfect Cell or the first Cell. Second Cell...
See,
Okay.
I prefer, you know, I prefer first, what is it, Larvae Cell, or what are they called, his first form?
Yeah, where he's just going freaking xenomorph on everybody.
Yeah.
Like,
That one's cool, but when it comes to villains, I still think the greatest DBZ villain is, of course, Frieza. Frieza, even without the 4-star interpretation, Frieza was just the straight up.
he was a
Like,
bastard. He killed.
yeah.
He slaughtered people who got in his way. Like when he killed Goku's father, it wasn't like, oh, good versus evil. It's like, oh, I'm just going to wipe up some rats and then I'm gonna go have some lunch.
And he definitely is good at giving off the feel of the ruthless yet charismatic leader that, like, yeah, I can see how he rules a interstellar empire.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
I believe he did that. And the whole 5 minutes thing, I think that Pat even did a pretty good job at actually explaining how, in-universe, that wasn't a faux pas.
Yeah.
The whole, he did it to intimidate, because, he's a psychological fighter.
Yeah.
Of course, given that it's Goku, psychology doesn't always work out.
And yeah, one of the other things that, like, I know there were some people, like, I remember back in the day I had a friend who didn't like, Final Form Frieza. It's like, makes Frieza look even more feminine. And of course, nowadays I learned that it's like, what Toriyama likes to do, likes to have powerful characters in, small frames.
Yeah, like Vegeta and Nappa. Nappa is like the big guy, and you think, oh, he's the stronger one. Nope, Frieza could just
I mean, Vegeta, yeah.
And it is kind of the thing that kind of seems to work with his sense of humor, where he's very much about the, you think something is going to go one way, but then he kind of does a little switcheroo.
Yeah.
So, if I will be honest, I do have a soft spot for Majin Buu. I mean, the first one. I mean,
Yeah.
It goes into Kid Buu, it's sort of mad, but I don't know. I like Majin Buu as like a different
Yeah.
a big petulant child who turns people into candy and boards them. It's hilarious.
Like, I would say, like, that's kind of the thing about Boo, is that while he's not my favorite, that whole aspect of, how he changes both physically and in personality, I think is pretty neat.
And we did get that one cool moment where Goku and Vegeta fuse and then get turned into coffee-flavored hard candy and beat the crap out of Boo from the inside in that form.
Yeah.
Like, that is so stupid that only Toriyama can come up with that. And I'm okay with that.
And then of course, like, when it comes to other villains, like, okay, Frieza's great. Frieza is the quintessential classic DBZ villain. When it comes to the newer villains, well, I haven't really seen Super. I do intend to watch through it eventually, but there is one standout straight away, even though he's only a villain for like one movie. Beerus.
Yeah, the fact that we got a literal cat who just destroys everything is, yeah, that's Toriyama sense of humor coming in.
And it's something that, like, I understand, like, isn't the inspiration that, like, he had a cat that had serious medical problems but survived through it anyway?
I don't know, but that sounds badass if it is.
You know what? I will look it up.
Let's see, Beerus from DBZ. Let's look into trivia.
Obviously, has inspiration from Egyptian gods, like I knew there was in Sekhmet, of course.
Yeah.
Beerus claims he wiped out the dinosaurs out on Earth, but in Dragon Ball universe, the dinosaurs are still alive.
Yeah.
So I guess he didn't do a very good job.
Well,
It's also just a case of Toriyama forgets his own continuity.
Yeah.
Yeah, no word on, about his cat, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Trivia. It's possible it might be a thing, they haven't put it in, or I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder where I picked that up. I don't know. Maybe I saw something on the internet.
On Earth, but they're still dinosaurs. Reminds me of how in the ocean dub of DBZ, one of the things they'll say instead of "Oh my God, he almost killed me," they'll say, "I almost went the way of the dinosaur."
Yeah.
Euphemism.
No. So yeah, it's not in the wiki because, but it is in an interview that was translated. But yes.
Okay, I must have
It
seen
was
that
his
in
beloved house cat. Yep.
Huh.
And it stayed alive through rage, or what? How did it stay alive?
Through the,
Badass?
I would say being a cat, it stayed alive through the sheer power of stubbornness and no.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Reaper keeps coming, and it's like, nah. Come on, I gotta do my job. Nah. Ugh, come back later.
But yeah, like, one of the things I love though, it's like, Beerus, basically in the movie, eventually, like, actually does defeat Goku, which is like a first.
Yeah,
That,
there's
like-
a shock.
And it's like, he's just, but, he was so impressed by Goku, but the whole thing was like, Goku was trying to fight him to stop him from destroying the Earth. So, Beerus wins. And so everyone's like worried, it's like, oh no, Beerus is going to destroy the Earth. So Beerus then just basically blows up a rock on the ground. There, I destroyed Earth.
He is right. He destroyed Earth, a piece of Earth. And that's totally what a cat god would totally do. If only just to get out of his dude. Yeah, from the scenes, from what I've seen of him, he is definitely a favorite. It's not only because, you know, cats are popular on the internet, but because he's a damn entertaining, you know, well, okay, he's not a protagonist, he's not an antagonist, he's like in the side. One of them side characters, but he's really, really enjoyable.
I think an interesting choice with it was like, you know, it was one of those what are those furless cats called?
There are a couple of breeds, like Sphinx is the most common.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah, Sphinx sounds right. For at least that sounds like
yeah.
a familiar one.
Egyptian Mao, I think, is the actual name of them. But everyone calls them Sphinx.
makes sense.
Also, lovely that they're called a Mao.
Yeah! What should we call this thing? Wow. How about a Mao?
I mean, the Egyptians worship cats, so of course they would ask, hey, what should we call you? Now. Okay, now it is. That's probably what happened, if we're being honest. Probably. By the way, latest episode of Hell of a Box. Holy shit, right in the field.
I still
Yeah,
need to actually catch up on that.
Yeah. I will say I started watching it and then I'm like, oh god, I know where this is going, and so I decided to watch it later when I'm in the mood.
When you say you know where it's going, like, what episode are you at?
The current?
Oh, you've seen every episode?
Yes, we've talked about this before.
Okay, my bad. So you're up to episode 7.
Yeah.
Okay then.
Because I'm like, I'm like, okay. To say it without spoiling anything, I'm like, okay, he's going to, yeah. But he,
down to me.
yeah.
How about you do? Oh, and speaking of other things to catch up, how far into the Owl House are you?
I think I got to episode 15.
Which one is that? Let's see.
There is a pot by this tree. It does nothing.
Huh. Somebody's lunch, I guess. Ah, understanding Willow. Got it.
Yeah, the only real interesting episode with Willow in it, I'm not a...
Yeah,
I'm not...
She's kind of there after Amity shows up, isn't she? I mean, she's alright as a character.
Yeah, there's nothing real, like, yeah, after the Amity stuff, it's like, she really doesn't have much of a presence, I guess. Because, like, that was kind of her shtick.
Also, really small browns. I always laugh at the whole. Hey, look at those dumb kids. Dumb kids? Those are my dumb kids. God damn it. Oh, Ida. Ida, you are. delight.
Ida is a spirit animal.
Yes.
Yeah. He is a mood and a half. Also, I enjoyed that episode where they all swap bodies, and it's just...
They trope it to the hilt. Just, alright, did we all learn our lessons? Yes.
Nope.
And is it weird that when Ida was in King's body, she was even sexier? Like...
Yes, that was why he even said, I have strange feelings right now. Just,
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like when King's in but he loses his body, she, well, ends up looking more male than female, which, like, Luz already has that kind of androgynous look to her.
Yeah.
And just seeing Ida with these bright, cheerful eyes just seems wrong.
They had fun with the animation on that. They could have half-assed it, but they didn't.
Yeah. Also, that Yamper and Beldam have been having a stare-off for a while now.
yeah. I have a feeling the Yamper is trying to decide how it can lick the Beldam.
I like the Bat Queen. I don't know, it's just that weird, creepy, like, old school little horror movie woman vibe.
Yee.
What?
God damn it. Okay, so I've just got Guild Wars 2 in the background while I'm watching this, and just someone in the public, you know, gathering place pulled out an instrument, and the first thing I hear is doo 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 doo. That's all they did, and everyone's just megalomania.
Oh,
You only need to do the first bloody
doo-doo-doo.
3 freaking notes.
Yeah, just do-do-do-do.
Like, basically the first bar of freaking...
Yeah.
Yep.
Dang it. Okay. Okay, let's try that again. Where can I find it? Lakeside Cavern. Okay. It really goes to show just how frickin' good that music is.
Yeah, and part of me wonders if Toby Fox wanted to make a game, or was just like, I want to make an awesome, you know, soundtrack, and just decided that, hey, putting a game to it would be the best way.
Also, if there is also one of my favorite moments in the outhouse, is that time Ida was trying to find that fountain of youth with her sister, and they get scanned by the guy, and they're like, huh, I had a feeling to be a scan. I was at 50-50. It's like, why aren't you too scared? And all I'm thinking is, dude, you should run. Because, reminder, Ida is basically, you know, #1 on the most wanted list, and Lilith is a public known leader of the Emperor's Personal Coven. This is the same energy as me eating a dragon in Skyrim in the bed. I'd be like, yeah, my iron dagger and leather armor totally got his number. Oh god, that scene was so good.
It's funny because, like, in the Extinction Curse campaign I'm in, our paladin is a tiefling, and she's a tiefling who is the daughter of a succubus, and her name is Lilith.
Oh.
So, of course, me playing Megara, and I'm just like, immediately just like, yep, nope, her name's not Lilith, her name is Lily. But yeah, because she is this paladin, she does kind of carry the same energy as Lilith from our house.
Yeah, but I have to be an example to everybody. But I gotta deal with all these idiots.
Yeah, I think she is a paladin, because like, obviously she's a champion, I was just trying to remember what... And I think it is paladin.
The next half of season 2 gonna be out. I gotta know what happens next. God damn.
Yeah. Meanwhile, apparently there's another, like, Disney's kind of just pumping out shows, and like some people are saying it's like, oh, they're starting to kind of get a bit samey. Like this new one, I can't quite remember what it's called. It's basically about like this, you know, family moves to a new town, and there's a ghost assigned to that town that has to haunt it. And
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, not gonna lie, a lot of shows do have sort of that same feeling. Funky female lead, possibly of a non-white descent, something magical happening, power of friendship.
Yeah.
Sort of blends together. Not that I'm against that. I mean, I like loose and characters like that. You need some variety.
I mean, hell, part of it could be because of, I'm not sure if you know this, and but Season 3 of Our House has, well, Our House is basically being cancelled, and Season 3 is basically a half season, or not even a half season, a quarter season.
Yeah, like, they're gonna have like 3 1-hour
6 episodes, yeah.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Yep, and it's all because they shoot themselves in the foot. They're like, like, a lot of people were blaming them for one reason, which I won't get into, spoilers. But then it turns out, like, the creator herself basically said, it's like, yeah, it's because they kind of,
They don't want to piss off China.
Well, no, it's not that. So, Disney execs are still relying on, commercial TV ratings.
Really?
Yeah.
When they have a streaming service.
Yeah.
And thanks to COVID, streaming kind of became a much bigger thing. I mean, let's be honest. Stuff like Grubhub and other stuff probably wouldn't have been as successful if our society, the way we do things,
So yeah, they were basically like, Our House isn't doing that well on TV, so therefore it's getting axed early.
Yeah, especially since it's a syndicated show that
Yeah.
plot.
Yeah, that's the other reason, yes, because it doesn't have the episodic format.
Which I don't mind episodic, but you don't have to, like, honestly, not every show has to be, random stuff. I remember the first time I saw Pokemon. I had barely any idea what was going on, but I just wanted to watch more.
be fair, Pokemon though is kind of easy to pick up and follow.
Sailor Moon, then. Wow.
Monster of the Week. I mean, Monster of the Week kind of stuff is that easy to follow stuff.
It's half and half.
Yeah.
But the thing is that it's still a frustrating reason, especially since now streaming is becoming a bigger and bigger thing.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest, it won't be too long. I give TV another 10 years before it's completely replaced.
It's like, it's a weird thing too, because you'd think if, like, I mean, okay, naturally they'll want to pay attention to television because there is still some stuff there, but you think in a streaming service, especially with Disney, where they hold the reins to their own service, they get all the money that comes in. You'd think they would be paying attention to how that performs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Another, like... Ooh, yay. Got Grumpy Cat. But yeah, so it's like... I just kind of lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so it's one of those things where frickin' I think commercial TV is at the end of its lifespan. It's basically going to be, and it's already heading there now. It's basically going to be nothing but sort of like reality TV.
I mean, that's kind of the thing about when it comes to, like, you know, regular TV like that. It works when it's the lowest common denominator, and it's something that you can just go in and be entertained by whatever's there. Is like, because that's the, like, what I'll hear people talk about when they say why they still watch TV like that is, one, it's something that they just can't get anywhere else. Like, for a while, I know I had a brother-in-law who was still getting cable TV because that was the only way he could get some sports channels.
Yeah.
The other is just the factor of you just turn it on and there's something playing. It doesn't matter as long as you could just tune in and zone out.
Yep. And with streaming, you usually know what you'll want.
And you do kind of get paralysis of choice sometimes with streaming.
Yeah, like, if I were to say, if there's anything that would kill television in that sense is if you somehow had, like a shuffle option on Netflix or something.
Yeah.
Where it's like, just give me something in this genre, and there we go.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, so there's this TV show here in Australia called The Block, where it's basically like 6 teams of people competing against each other to remodel houses and then auction them off.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, you'd think, it's like, okay, how do you get drama from that when it's all about the renovating houses? And yet they find a way to put drama into it. And it really shows how obviously fake the drama is. When it's like, so this season, like, I don't watch it, my nan does, and it's like, early on there was this whole, like, cheating scandal. And it's like, oh, someone did something that then allowed one team to cheat, and the teams had all this big argument over it. And then it died down for a bit, and then sort of midway through the season, they bring up like, oh, the cheating scandal's still going on. I'm like, of course, right around the mid-season, right when they want to get more interest for people to stick to it until the finale. And of course, it died down again. And now the finale is next week, and the ads have been advertising for it for the last week. Is they're like, we will reveal who was the cheater the whole time. I'm like, that is That just proves you faked this whole thing.
It's like it comes to the whole thing of either they just make it up, or the most generous you could say is that it's like editing. They just make shit up through editing.
Yeah. Like one of the reality shows I do like to watch is called Lego Masters, and it's hosted by a comedian. Huh?
Say no more. I mean, anything involving Legos has to be pretty good.
Yeah, so it's hosted by a comedian who is really wholesome, and he constantly throws shade on the reality TV scenarios and whatnot, where it would be like, you'll see him talking to a contestant being like, okay, so here's what's going to happen. When we come back from the break, just before we cut to the break, I'm gonna, you know, take my mic off and storm off, and you're gonna act all shocked. Like he's obviously doing that in front of the camera. He's bloody just throwing massive shade at this stuff.
Hey, okay, I'm gonna post something in the ship posting. I think you're gonna get a good laugh out of this article. I'm not gonna say what it is because it's a bit, yeah. I swear this might have been something that you commissioned.
Where are you? Ah, in ship posting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, what are we on the hunt now?
Well, I'm gonna quickly check for dude for a Watt seller, but next is gonna be a Verizion.
Yep.
Just got all the stuff for that.
And yeah, I'd say most of that until the last panel. I'm not exactly
yeah, I'm
into
with you
that.
on that one. That
Yeah.
last one's like, yeah. Definitely a hilarious series. Ugh, can't wait for the 19th. I need a new Pokemon.
Yeah, I only just realized, and you know, Nintendo really needs to advertise some things a bit better.
Yeah?
I did not realize was it Super Mario Party, whatever they're calling it, this one?
Oh yeah, yeah, that just came out.
Yeah.
Wait, there's a new Super Mario Party?
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
one that has the N64 boards and stuff on it.
Yeah.
They did what?
Yeah, they announced it they announced it during E3.
Huh. There was an E3?
Surprisingly, yes, they're still trying to keep that alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
COVID didn't kill it.
I mean, the thing is, it's like, technically, it's no longer really... I don't think it's going to be the E3 that we remember, but it's still going to be that sort of like, yes, this is when all the big companies sort of start to... or the big publishers start to show off what they're going to be selling for the holiday.
Yeah, it's basically like as it was this recent summer. It was basically an excuse to like get everyone together and do their given digital presentation.
Mm-hmm.
So, did you watch the new Pro Jared video?
Yeah.
Yes. And it's the kind of thing that makes me glad I didn't play Final Fantasy XI when it came out. Because I feel like that would have
Yeah.
been a turnoff for me, like... And it's like, even with the quality of life improvements that's been mentioned, it makes me glad that even though I've been curious about Final Fantasy 11, I've been having enough fun with 14.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, I see why you liked it. Hell, if I were in MMOs back then, or at least I could afford to do it, maybe I might have enjoyed it. But yeah, I ain't going into that. If I could just go into 14.
Yeah, it makes me wonder though what he's going to do when it comes to 14. Like, is he? It feels like because there is a lot that he can talk about. Like, is he just going to do a brief mention on 1.0? Because that feels like he would probably spend at least a good half of the video talking about 1.0.
Yeah, I feel like it would be split. The first
Yeah.
one would be the first video would be 1.0. The other one would be Reborn.
Yeah.
Because
They really
Go
are
ahead.
two different games.
yeah.
And I was just gonna say, with how he kind of briefly went over the story for 11, it feels like he might just briefly go over the story for 14.
Yeah.
And in that sense, that'll kind of work out, because, like, otherwise, like, man, you could just spend multiple videos going through the story beats of the individual expansions.
Yeah, at the same time though, it's like 14 kind of owes its popularity to the story, so it's like saying not much about it would kind of be a disservice too.
Yeah.
By the way, did Mega Flare destroy, 14?
Mm-hmm.
Donald can use Zeta Flare, which is even stronger. Donald can destroy the universe if he wanted to.
No, see, everyone makes that same mistake. You got to think about it in proportion to magic power. Because it's like, it is a multiplier, yes, but if you're multiplying a small magic power, then it's not going to multiply that much.
Anyway, Donald could still destroy a lot of shit.
I mean, when you use Zeta Flare, it barely kills bosses, so...
Maybe he's trying to say Mega Flare, but he's got that speech impediment.
It's funny though, in Bravely Default, I think it's Bravely Second, there's this side story where there's this wizard who's like trying to teach his dragon this ultimate spell, and it turns out that the spell's like Petriflare or something like that, which is lesser than, it's like the weakest version or something like that. But the way they set it up is it's meant to be the ultimate spell.
Now, if it's a spell that petrifies you and then you hit you with flare so you shatter in a million pieces, I would call it somewhat ultimate.
You know what, now that I think about it, like looking at all three of them, I think you could adapt their looks into Power Ranger Sentai armor.
Oh, totally.
The only one that doesn't really fit would probably be, bloody water pony unicorn.
Keldeo.
Yeah, Keldeo.
Keldeo is the animal companion that turns into a weapon.
Yeah, I can see that.
Or maybe even turns into, like, a motorcycle for the leader. You know, fuck it, let's do that.
You know, that actually, that reminds me, there is a build that I want to try in Pathfinder 2e sometime, and I would have to get a GM that would let me do it,
Yeah.
because you can, as I've sort of shown in Guns and Gears, you can get it for pretty cheap. You could probably have it by level 1, probably even level 2 at least. Yeah, I'd probably say about level 2. You can get a motorcycle. And it has, as a mount, as a vehicle, it does ram damage. So,
Good.
I would be like, I want to play a fighter that specializes in motorcycle as their weapon. And just bloody spend the entire battle basically being like Zelda from Age of Calamity.
I was gonna say maybe even Cloud Strife from when he's on his.
Yeah, no, he just uses his sword, whereas in Age of Calamity, Zelda actually uses the Master Cycle as a weapon.
And like I vaguely remember some cutscenes from like I want to say Devil May Cry, one of those games where Dante really freaking puts his motorcycle to work on killing some dudes.
Yeah, so it's like, you drive towards someone, and then you go into an immediate stoppie, and then swing the back tire around to hit him.
Yeah, automated cycle is only 50 GP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Though maybe then that's when I guess you could say it's powered by magic, but I'm just imagining the GM being like, well, how are you going to pay for fuel?
No, according to this, the clockwork cycle provides most of its mobility via cogs and gear.
Yep.
So, if you want to
you have to spend 10 minutes winding it up, apparently.
Exactly. And it literally says speed 30 feet, clockwork. And it also comes with 2 sidecars.
Yeah, I would take the sidecars off, because that just...
What? You don't want people riding shotgun? Literally?
No, because then you can't do your tricks as well.
That's one of those things where it's like, I would say you would hope for that to be a mechanical thing you can turn on or off, like, oh, it folds out and you can have an ally if you want, but then, like, you can fold it back in and do all kinds of cool tricks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, 50 GP for a motorcycle, pretty cheap. Especially since it's automated. Like, I could totally see some people using these as, like, instead of buying
horses,
just
yeah,
the wagon, boom.
One of the other things, like some of the other stuff they showcase is like, it's this artifact level. It's basically it's like a clockwork throne or something. I can't remember the exact name, but it's a hover chair surrounded by a barrier, and it's got like its own weapon system. It's just like,
dude, that's Dr. Doom's throne.
Yeah, I know.
That is, dude, that's kick-ass. I want. Dude.
That feels like something I would imagine the wizard getting, like, I will never walk.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. I mean, Dr. Doom is basically a 20th level wizard.
Yeah.
Like, he's pretty much got that covered.
Also, I would say with such a chair, that's the kind of thing where you would make sure built into that chair is a button that plays a freaking Dr. Weird's theme from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. So anytime you want, you go into a room and then just click. Dun, 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 dun.
I have come to destroy you!
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Paizo has really kicked it up a notch with Pathfinder 2. Because it's like, okay, Pathfinder 1 was basically like, okay, people liked 3.5, so let's just basically make 3.5 or 3.75. It's still got all that same D&D stuff. And then they eventually went and added stuff like Numeria, where it's like, okay, yeah, this is where a spacecraft landed, and people have been reverse engineering it, and
Yeah.
now
like,
there are robot dinosaurs.
they started adding stuff like, you get to work with Baba Yaga to fight freaking Rasputin in World War II. That is canon.
Yeah. And
Do you like pirates? We got an entire pirate sea.
yeah, and so
we got a country for that.
and of course they added firearms, which D&D didn't have, and now they've got beast guns.
Honestly, Pathfinder is what happens when Richard Garriott,
Yeah.
British is DM. You got
Yeah.
the standard D&D stuff, but then you got some of those wackier elements.
So yeah,
Like, that's what I like about Pathfinder. They're not afraid to add something that's a little more out there.
yeah, again, like the puppets. Like, everybody loves the puppets.
Yeah. I mean, they have an entire campaign involving a magic circus. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, if there is something to be said, the adventure paths definitely have... It's kind of like the Marvel movies. Each adventure path has, like, a theme, or a vibe going for them. Right?
But yeah,
You know
so
what you're getting into each one.
yeah, with one of the things they've actually done. So like, Reign of Winter, as you said, is that's the one where you go to Earth and fight Rasputin. So in Pathfinder 2, they've actually followed up on that, and it kind of shows how they work things out. They're like, okay, so we've established that there is a connection to Earth. So what if, like, some wizard or some inventor from Galarian travels through that portal and gets a glimpse of 1920s Earth technology, and then basically reverse engineers it.
And
So in Pathfinder 2, there is a new technology called Station technology, which is all powered by Tesla coils.
oh my god, we got Nikola Tesla technology. Hell yeah!
Yep.
Dude! Again, Pathfinder is like, hey, you want to do some cool out there shit in your D&D game? Well, here you go! That's what I do like about it. Occasionally D&D will do some of that out there stuff, but not. They're pretty safe in their standard fantasy kind of thing.
And I mean, it's not just that. Like,
Job.
one of the things that a lot of people don't like about D&D, whereas a lot of people also like it, but it's basically like, Wizards of the Coast have basically said that they don't really care about the idea of lore.
Whereas Pathfinder really does a good job building up this entire continent with all these different microcosms of events happening, sometimes in conjunction with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I remember reading through, like, Kingmaker's Guide, for example, because I finished playing through Kingmaker, and I kind of wanted to compare and see how the stories went. Apparently, in one event, when you raid a place, you will find a gun from Numeria. This is before Numeria. They even reference.
Well, the Technic League, you save the Magus from the Technic League.
Yeah, you got that.
And they're from Numeria. Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is another time. Like, you had that event, but this is like
Yeah.
an item that your guys can get. And they're like, you get like a technological weapon. Like, and they're actually connecting the different stuff together with items from different regions.
Well, yeah.
Cool.
One of the jokes amongst Pathfinder fans is basically Galarian is always 1 month from existential extermination.
Oh god.
Because like
right.
every every adventure path like actually follows a proper timeline. Like the way that they're released is actually the time frame they're happening in world. So since there is every 6 months is one complete adventure path.
So every half a year, the world's about to be destroyed.
Yeah, basically.
And since they're all the adventure paths are canon in some way or another, basically, I'm guessing. Well, outside of the Lich surviving, pretty much everything has gone well.
Okay, can I please have the hint? Because I have no idea what this could mean.
Okay.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Okay. Let's see. How could I hint without giving it away?
Do we need a clef key?
Nah.
Okay.
Let's just say it's something that you don't need an item or a Pokemon for. It is a simple function.
Okay, we need to find a bell and ring it, don't we?
It's a simple function, so... Let ring the piercing note that will wake the giant of steel.
Everyone forgot this.
Wait, can you... Don't you have the ability to whistle? I don't remember.
Fucking...
Oh my god.
I am so mad at this...
Everybody forgets what? A fucking... They're like, you can whistle, right? Not gonna lie.
I mean, okay...
The level of that one 3DS, that one DS Zelda puzzle, where you have to close your DS to actually...
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'll say this. I liked that little thing with the DS. Like, I thought that was actually kind of clever. Because, like, at least then with that, that's a sort of thing where you can even accidentally discover it if you just, like, put your DS into sleep mode while you're thinking on it and come back to it later. This is just, like, this is a thing you forgot you could do unless, like, you've constantly been whistling all over the place. And, like...
Yeah.
It's like, because, like, there's so many things that a note could mean. A piercing note. That's like, oh, like, okay, does that mean I have to get one of these bell things? Oh, do I have to equip a bell item to one of my Pokemon? Do I have to mess with the sound settings and the options?
I know, right?
Dagnabbit.
I'll give him that. The puzzle actually felt like a puzzle.
Yeah, like, okay, it's neat. It's just... I wish they worded it better.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I don't think it was meant to be whistling. Like, I think maybe they thought players would use the bike bell, which I think also suffices.
I guess.
That could also work. Thou awakens me.
Because I think that's how I eventually figured it out. Because I was like, wait, you can ring a bell on your bike, right?
Can't wait for a Pokemon campaign. I'm gonna have so much fun with that. That's actually working on Saturday.
Again, it looks so wrong how small he is.
All right.
And look, again, I'm just thinking half the reason freaking Deer Dude got him out is so he could just get a leg up on these freaking Titans.
Yeah. I mean, Riona could walk over to Registeel and just very comfortably put her hand on his head and give him a pat.
Yeah.
You know?
Because like,
Alert. Please
like-
do not demean the legendary Pokemon.
like let's get let. She's taller than it.
Yes, exactly.
Ah.
That is so disappointing.
Like, okay, on one hand, that would be kind of cool to have, like, if it were, like, half its size right now, and you had that, like, as a household thing, like, one of those, like, robot servant type things that were a rage for a while. Like, that could be kind of cute. This is just, like, it feels like it's not tall enough and it's not short enough.
Yeah, this is just kind of disappointing no matter what.
Yeah, its official height is over 6 foot. So even in-game height is wrong.
Ah.
Okay, 6 foot. It still feels a little too small for it, but
Like, that's at least the size of a tall man, and that's, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
so enjoy some good candy today.
No, actually, I didn't have any candy today.
My folks got me a couple of little Kit Kats. First,
Yeah, we got cleaned out. I did have a treat for myself, though. I picked up a nice 4-pack of some craft orange cream soda to enjoy.
how tasty.
Very tasty.
Although I'll tell you this, next time I go, I'm probably gonna get Cadbury milk chocolate.
Yes, the good chocolate.
Yeah. Did you guys watch the Halloween Rimworld video I wrote?
I have not.
Yeah, it's fun with
Nope.
that. People seem to really enjoy it. Really enjoyed that.
That's good.
Yeah.
I wound up parking myself at the door and played Castlevania 3 for a while, and basically spent the entire time stuck on the clock tower. Because just the whole thing of, oh, yeah, right, this is an old hard-as-balls NES game.
Back when they wanted to fuck over rentals.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I was just thinking of talk about Castlevania just made me think of Deltarune because of one of the songs in one of the new areas kind of has a bit of a Castlevania feel to it. But anyway, it's just, you know, I'm surprised that there hasn't been another sort of either a AAA developer or even another indie that has kind of tried to use that Undertale / Deltarune combat style, because that is a fun gameplay system.
Definitely makes the random encounters a lot more engaging.
I mean, Deltarune doesn't have random encounters, but yeah.
Well, fair. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Undertale does, but yeah. Either way.
I forgot Deltarune technically doesn't have random 6 encounters.
Yeah.
Also, God, the cast is so memorable. Like,
Yeah.
what's his name on the bike and bites your face off and Christmas reindeer.
The only thing I really know about Deltarune, other than being connected to frickin' Undertale, is that frickin' thing going around of damn it, Chris, where the hell are we?
Yeah.
Yes.
Does that actually happen in?
No,
Deltarune?
no. It was a screenshot that was completely unrelated, and yet people have.
It's just the whole idea of Susie swearing and going, "Damn it, Chris, where are we?" is so in character. It honestly does feel in character for her to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6'3".
Yeah. Also, I
Growth spurt, Riona. You're taller than that.
Also, I love that the official Dex entry is, it's rumored that this Pokemon was born deep underground in the planet's mantle and that it emerged from the surface 10,000 years ago. That feels like something that should come with a citation needed note next to it.
Yeah, definitely. Did you, like, interview it? Who did you ask for the rumor?
Like, that just feels like someone just put in because, like, why not?
You know what? A why not put it in? What is that? Why did you put that in? Why not? Fair enough.
Like, that's one of those things that has me for certain that the Pokedex is, in fact, a user-edited thing by whatever kids are putting this thing together.
It's no Wikipedia.
Yeah.
By Wikipedia logic.
Okay. Alright, we got all three of the Reggies. Now to go and catch... I think I'm gonna go for the dragon dude.
Reggie Draco, whatever.
Yeah.
Again, there is another puzzle to it, so I'll let you figure that one out.
Oh, great.
That's easy.
Okay. Now to the swamp. Wait, I put in the wrong one. Trekion, get out of here.
I don't think you need to have them with you.
Let's move one to the box and see what happens.
And again, I might have just immediately moved them back to the box to have my main team ready.
Giant of rock, ice, and steel. Rock, ice. Okay, maybe
Yeah, okay.
order probably matters
You
as
do.
well.
No, I don't think it does.
Well, let's put steel down there and see what happens. Okay, yeah, order does not matter.
Also, I was surprised to see that Nitro Rad put out a wing video.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that soon.
Surprised to be sure, but not an unpleasant.
Okay, and so now we gotta light the things up in the particular order, I'm guessing. That's how we choose.
Yep.
Yeah, sure enough. That's actually kind of neat.
Yeah, the problem is I don't know what the order is, 'cause I'm not smart.
I mean, they've shown the patterns on the front of the
Yeah.
temple, so.
Oh yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not smart. I'm gonna be kind of honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
Actually, you know, hold on. Let's see what the.
Also, I have an emotional problem. Quote Caboose, I'm an emotional time bomb.
Great, now I'm stupid. Okay. So 3 up. And
Trying to. It's like, stupid feet, go where I want you to!
okay, like
I think if I recall, I think I remember the mistake I made here as well, and it's a little bit hard. I think there is a gap in the the vertical. So it might be 3, but I think there's a gap in one of them. Yeah.
That's okay. I can't.
They don't show it properly on the panel at the front.
Yeah, like I mean, I kind of get it because like there is kind of like a match with how the squiggles are up here. But, all right.
Oh, has it really been an hour and a half?
Yeah.
Time flies when you're having fun with your buddies.
Now, I will say, as cool as Reggie Drago is, I love Regilecki for his idol because he's just always constantly bouncing around.
I know it's supposed to look like it's got a dragon mob, but I hate how.
Is the asymmetry bothering you?
Yes, yes it is.
I think it's kind of neat, but I get what you mean.
So is your man still being annoying, Argle? Your man still being stupid?
Yes.
Sorry, you say yes?
Yeah.
Yep.
That wasn't it then. No. You were just telling me something now. You pissed me off this morning.
Really, what'd you do?
So it's like I woke up, go to the toilet, and I went straight back to bed. And I even said, okay, back to bed. I even closed my door. And like I just gotten back to sleep. I don't know how long I was out for. When she basically comes in, opens my door, and asks me if I had gone back to bed.
Oh my god.
Damn it! That! Oh! That would just be the urge to kill rising. I wasn't even there or the one to have that happen to me, and I'm getting pissed off.
Yeah, it's and then like.
Really?
Again.
What?
Basic ball doing the job.
Why does that keep happening?
I mean, that's only twice, but still.
If I had a nickel for every time I saw a legendary Pokeball, I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
Composed
Now,
of
unfortunately,
Yeah?
I'll let you can finish reading that first.
I read it, yeah.
So yeah, unfortunately you can't get Gigas until you get a Lecky, and the only way to get a Lecky is to start a new save file.
Well, guess I'm never gonna get a Regigigas. Mm.
Yeah.
Oh no, you're not gonna get one of the worst legendary Pokemon. Oh, the humanity.
Also, I just gotta say, you gotta love some things that come out as things that are things of like crystallized dragon energy, whatever that is. I mean, it's magic and all, but still.
Yeah, in the Pokemon universe, that is very clearly defined, though.
Yeah.
Like, yes, it's infinity energy with the dragon typing.
Alright. Now to go back and talk to Substitute Dad.
It really is goddamn entertaining.
One heal later. How goes the adventuring? Anything to report? Giants?
Somehow caught a legendary Pokemon in a Pokeball. Kinda interesting.
Saying this great craggy things from Richard Rock, the rock giant. Is it just me or does it bear a striking resemblance to a grass type gym leader? Not really? I'm worried about what happened after Calyrex with you, dude. Like, broad burly shoulders as fellow and Milo are a proper pair of boulders. Whatever you say, dude.
Smile and nod, smile and nod.
when you finally meet up with his daughter again, Rihanna just like puts a hand on her shoulder and is like, I'm really sorry about your dad.
You really caught.
Are you talking about how a rock looks like the grass gym leader again?
Because they're big and bulky.
Yeah.
Obviously, but
Let's see, that's Ultra Mega report away. Let's see. You're saying this giant frozen stiff thing's Regice, the ice giant? Is it just me, or does it look like it'd make one Ultra Mega Dazzlant chandelier? What? Wish I could light it up and show it to Darlin Nee.
I mean, it would look kind of cool if there was a disco light inside of it.
Like,
I kind of could see it.
like, okay, I could, like, I've seen, like, those things where it's, like, you have, like, a bit of plastic or glass or whatever that has, like, a shape inside it that's been carved in, and you put a light under it, and it looks all cool and all that. Maybe in that sense I could see it, but, like, a chandelier in the sense of, like, when you think of a chandelier, I mean, maybe if you turned it upside down, Peony. Okay, what do you think Registeel looks like? You say this great smooth thing's Registeel the steel giant. Is it just weird? Does its top half look a bit like a massive bowling ball? Okay, I can kinda see that. Like, you got the black part with the eyes looking like the holes you put your fingers in.
Yeah, totally. As long as it's not doing the Hail Hitler salute, I think we'll be fine. Yeah, remember that? Remember that was actually an animation, whenever it's pulling its hand up like that.
Yeah, I remember that was a thing, yeah. Okay, what do you have to say about the dragon dude?
This ought to be interesting.
Saying this great jagged thing's Regidrago the dragon giant. Or does it look like it'd pack a really strong pinch? I mean,
Yeah.
guess. It's a bit like a... You know what? Yes! Yes, it is!
Yeah, okay, I can see that.
2 out of 4. You didn't do too bad.
Well, 2.5, because with Reggie Ice, you kind of see where it's going, but still.
Yeah, it's still kind of a reach.
And of course, he also does the same thing for the legendary birds.
Hmm.
Oh, this ought to be good. So when do we get to fight him again? I want to humiliate him in front of his daughter again. You know, with our legendary Pokemon.
It makes copies of itself to throw you off, then does a runner.
Oh my god, it's a ninja.
Hmm. Alright. So I've been hearing its cries over time. Like, how do I actually, like, get it?
So, it will, I believe it just kind of, unlike the other two, it doesn't move around. I think it just kind of stays in a stationary location until you, approach it, and then it will sort of do its ninja shadow clone trick and then run away. When I found it, I think it was actually near the cave up in the icy mountains.
Okay.
Because, yeah. I think it is the hardest one to find because it doesn't move around. Unlike the other two, which kind of... Moltres has a set path, and Zapdos is... well, you can kind of see in the distance. Because it leaves a big cloud of dust where it runs.
Alright.
So I am guessing that you probably are just supposed to try and home in on it using its cries.
Alright. Think I'll get a few more quick balls. Because I thought I remember hearing around Regice's place. Oh, hello, Snom. Didn't mean to run into you, sorry.
It is okay, you will not be destroyed. I imagine this is the only Pokemon that our friends will actually show respect to.
Yeah, let's get Conrad in the front so I can run from other wild stuff. Maybe I'll just try flying to a random spot. Ah, there it is. Or at least there's the sound of it. Gotta be around here somewhere. So I wound up listening through. I've been listening to some more of Trash Taste. It's been interesting seeing how things have kind of lined up with the way dudes go. It was kind of interesting seeing the thing of there's the whole discussion they get into about what's this? There's the whole thing about like what they think of music and anime and all that, and there's the whole thing of like I think it was Connor who says like, yeah, just like it feels good. It's like, but why do you like it? That's nice. And they're just trying to wrench an answer out of him. I remember there's like a similar thing about how he was talking about how he's not big into the story in games and just prefers stuff that's just action, which is like it's a thing that's legit, but it's also just kind of funny to kind of just see how there's such like the opinions kind of coming up against each other. Interesting. Come on, Arcuna, where are you? And man.
I realized I was muted.
Ah.
I was wondering why you weren't talking.
Yeah.
Hold on.
But yeah, I was talking about how like yeah, the joke with Connor is that yes, he's monkey brain.
Yes.
And so if I recall, yeah, like have a look at the map again. So what are the names of the places? Because like
Let's see. Crown Shrine. Snowslide Slope. Giant's Bed. Dynatree Hill.
because yeah, because yeah, I think I found it actually not too far from yeah, where the ice carrot field is, but maybe sort of try maybe in that sort of center area, you know, maybe go to Freezington, then head south from there and just sort of
Alright. I'm not hearing anything.
So, when do you think you guys would want to play some Halo and stuff?
I have to think on that. Like,
Kind of force the yeah or anything. 'Cause, yeah, the campaign's a lot more fun when you got other people to play with. I can only get my ass kicked so much in multiplayer one night. instead want to get that power play.
Hmm.
Although I admit I can be pretty decent in SWAT, where you have to always focus on the headshot.
And part of it is, I know like it's not something I think I'll stream, like especially because that's something I would just be running on my computer, and that kind of chugs with streaming.
Yeah, that is the issue. I just meant play together. So, what other games are you thinking of streaming? And I know you're going to be doing down in the Pearl.
Well, I'm kind of figuring if I can find some time, which at this rate I'm going, I probably will get through most of the current Tundra content.
Does ringing your bell cause it to, like, answer or something like that?
I'm not hearing anything.
Okay.
Like, I'm just gonna try a random spot.
Might have to...
Okay, just heard it. Wait.
Yeah, okay.
There's its shadow.
Ah, so yeah, it is, Okay.
Maybe it's up top?
Maybe. Because, yeah, like, when I ran into it, it was just sort of sitting there, it wasn't flying around. So maybe it sort of sits in a place for a while, then moves, and then...
Well, that fire wants you dead.
Indeed.
It is the bare necessities. Your asses are my recipes. The simple bare necessities of death. Oh god, I remember that from like the Sound of Critics, the Christmas tree review.
Come on, where are you? Guess I'll
Yeah, this is
follow.
actually where I saw it, or I caught it.
It looks like it was flying. It took off to this direction, I think. Okay, there's the sound. Don't got time for you, Stealth Dragon.
Well, that weather sure changed fast.
Indeed.
Yeah, weather in the Pokemon universe would change pretty quickly. What with moves like Rain Dance, and all this other stuff. Yeah, Weatherman would have their work cut out for them. Same in D&D.
Well, again, at least when it comes to weather moves in Pokemon, they're very localized.
Yeah, unless you're Groudon and Kyogre, in which case,
Yeah.
I mean, mythical Pokemon, so.
That would be a way to fuck with somebody, though. It's like, hey, I can't go out, it's raining, and then you show them video of rain outside your window. Pokemon is rain.
If anything, you might have to end up just going back and trying again later to make
Yeah.
progress on another one.
Yeah, you got 5 minutes left anyway.
I mean, it might go a little over time, but, you know, let's go ahead and check out another one of the wild areas.
That could work. That could work.
There's a sound. I see you, you little... Get back here.
Get him.
The problem I have with this Zapdos is I can't help but imagine it making the Chocobo quirk whenever it starts running, and the frickin' what's the name of the song? The Chocobo theme.
I don't think it has a name outside of just Chocobo.
It does have a thing. It does have a name.
Like, it'll be something De Chocobo, depending on the
Yeah, that
game.
Yeah.
Well, with how fast it goes, I almost imagine it going meep meep, beep beep.
You know, considering we have a fox that somewhat resembles a coyote, that could kind of work.
Oh my god, you're right.
So yeah, you can see this is pretty straightforward. You use the fact that you're on a bike, so therefore you don't tire out as fast.
Well, yeah, there is something that Pokemon trainers do seem to be is in shape.
It's like this is just you got the freaking Zapdos running along. It's like, how does she have this energy? Never skip leg day. Come on. Ah.
Oh god damn it! I just want to be your friend. Like, go fuck yourself.
It's just like, can't play chasing bird.
Here we go.
I will say, I do like this version.
Yeah, it's my favorite of the Galarian forms.
Yeah. My only complaint, it's not yellow. Because, my god, it's looking like a Chocobo. God damn it, why can't it be colored like one?
It's a red Chocobo. I mean, it's orange, but
Yeah.
I don't like shiny looks like, you know?
Yeah, I was just looking up that as well.
Yeah.
It's shiny as yellow.
Oh my god!
Oh, all of their shinies are their original colors by the looks of it.
That's actually clever.
Ah.
No, that's actually clever, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Though, I think they might be shiny lock.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Game Freak does like doing that.
Yeah.
Piss everyone off. So, have you figured out what typing this one is?
It is bird.
Yeah.
What kind of bird? It's flying something.
Well, the thing is, I think I kind of got spoiled on it. It's like fighting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I guess leg muscle.
Yeah.
Not skipping leg day either.
And yeah, Thunderous Kick, its signature move is fighting.
And it is not electric because
Yeah.
yeah, because
Oh,
because it says Thunderous Kick. Obviously, it's a fighting move.
Well, yeah, because thunder has nothing to do with electricity. it's sound.
Yeah, when I made my comment, I didn't realize that Thunderous Kick was actually a move, and I forgot that there was another Zapdos with that whole Delta Rune thing.
right, fighting. Yeah, whatever. You gave him the mightiest boop on the snoot.
Yep.
Indeed.
See, this is why I wish you could ride Pokemon, because goddamn, I want to ride Galarian Zapdos.
Yeah.
Thing. That'd be even faster than a Rapidash, now that I think about it. Rapidash is supposed to be like one of the fastest Pokemon.
Not really, no.
Well, it was.
Yeah, in Gen 1.
Yeah. At least it's fastest rideable.
Yeah.
Like, obviously we have now stuff that's faster, but still not rideable.
Yeah, so, yeah, as I've said before, the fastest non-legendary is, of course, Ninjask.
Yeah.
I guess technically for Pheromosa, if you, you know, not exactly a legendary, but
Yeah, because most of the Ultra Beasts are kind of that pseudo kind of thing.
Yeah.
Its own category.
yeah, and the fastest Gen 1 Pokemon is Aerodactyl.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, Electrode. Okay, so Gen 1 Pokemon, it goes Electrode, which technically is rideable.
Although you gotta have balls of steel to do that.
Then Aerodactyl, which is rideable.
Though extinct. I mean,
yeah. Alakazam, though I think that's Mega Alakazam, so that one doesn't count.
although it would be funny to try to ride out like piggyback. It's like, this is demeaning to both of us. Onward to victory!
And another two, Beedrill. Yeah, good luck trying to ride a Beedrill.
Yeah, good luck getting near a Beedrill.
Let's see, one kick from its powerful legs will pulverize a dump truck. Supposedly, this Pokemon runs through the mountains at over 180 miles per hour.
I love how it specifically says a dump truck, as if that's on YouTube.
That sounds like a first-hand account.
Yeah.
Like, there is a YouTube video that says, weird bird Pokemon destroys dump truck with exclamation points and the classic arrow pointing to its legs.
Like,
Yeah.
this seems like a thing where it's like, okay, whoever caught this, or like, it's not even that a trainer caught it. It's like someone was walking along, there's this freaking Zapdos that just comes along, sees this dump truck, for whatever reason, and feels offended by it, just freaking beats the shit out of it and goes back on its way.
Yeah. Man, Rapidash is surprisingly slow.
Really?
Yeah.
The anime would tell you otherwise, but it's the anime.
I mean, yeah, okay, technically, as far as Gen 1 Pokemon go, yeah, it's pretty fast. But, like, the thing that I love, Scolipede is faster.
Of course, it is perfect.
Yes.
Let's see. Actually, you know what? Let's briefly put Legs for Days into our party after we talk to Peony.
Persian is faster. And Persians can be pretty big. But again, good luck trying to ride a Persian. It's like, and giddy up! The Persian just lays down and sleeps. Goddamn cats.
Oh right, they don't follow me in this region area because stupid rules. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn it, yeah.
Okay. That is, yeah, that is surprisingly small. Could probably still ride it though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a kid could ride it.
I just, you know, it's just one of those things where I love chickens. They're probably my favorite type of bird, just because like they look so huggable.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. They definitely got that floofy look to them. That's always appealing.
Probably helps that, like, as birds go, they're not the most predatory looking
Yeah.
ones. Like, it's like when you look at like a bird of prey, it's like, oh, you can tell that's a bird that kills things.
Yeah.
They're cool though, but yeah. Although chickens will tear into shit if you give them a chance. Though.
Well, gonna close out the stream on that.
Yeah.
Thank you, dudes, for hanging, and
This was very enjoyable.
yeah.
Yeah. My nan used to have chickens, and the rooster she would have to be cautious around because it would get a bit aggressive at times. Actually, I think it was the mother hen, the main sort of hen that sort of kept all the other chickens in check.
Yeah, nothing's more scary than a mama